Maybe he's thinking, you know what, my stock's high again. Let's jump while we get the opportunity. But for me, there's two bigger fundamentals to this one. The first one is, it's been 14 games at the time that this obviously all started to kick off, and you're towards the top of the championship. Wolves, to me, look relegated. I know we're not a Premier League podcast, but they look like a team who have no way out of the mess that they're currently sat in. They've not won any games. They've not got any points. They're sat rock bottom of the Premier League with no obvious candidates that they're going to overtake. And so I struggle a little bit with the fundamentals of, well, why not stick this out and see if you can get promoted rather than go to a team who are going to get relegated? I'm sure there's a lot of financial remuneration. Maybe he thinks there is the opportunity to turn it around, but that's a big question mark for me, because I think all of those points you raised there, Gab, are valid. And I think, it is fair for us to give both sides of that argument as people who aren't Middlesbrough fans, and therefore feel as though we should be reasonable, even though we probably shouldn't. But I think there's bigger questions for me here that is about the decision-making that he's made, because this, to me, just feels like Wolves are a team that are in a bit of a crisis. I would not be shocked if we're talking about them next season, Gab, and we're talking about them as a potential basket case, because we've got ownership who aren't sort of committed to funding, who aren't committed to pushing this project forward. They seem to have almost shot their load a couple of seasons ago and now don't know quite how to continue the club going forward, don't know how to sort of maintain their levels of funding, of support, of drive. It feels to me that he's joined, if you were going to make this jump, there has to be better options. We know about the model at Middlesbrough and what obviously Gibson has brought to the club long term. And we know that there is a stability, there is a room for development, a room for growth. If they're at the top end of the championship, they will try their best to be competitive in that market to push themselves forward. And I think there's lots of things wrong with this.